Claire sighs in relief, lifting a weight off my shoulders. She reaches towards my hand, holding it affectionately and blushing. Meanwhile, we decide to start heading home. I don't remember when we left the narrow streets of our town, nor the time it took us to return to our houses, considering that time itself had disappeared for the rest of the night as we walked side by side, holding hands. I never did get the answers that I was searching for, and Claire's still a stranger to me in a lot of ways, but neither of those is an excuse for me to ignore the unconventional love story that's developing right before my eyes any longer. The inevitable conclusion even has a preset date. This time I'll have to write an ending.
Does that mean we're getting close to the end?
That would be nice. We've been recording this one for a while now.
Oh, chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Oh, they're back at school. Oh, that's you.
Uh-oh. We haven't done her in a while. Why did you leave the other day, Andy? We were at the best part. Oh, it's kind of slipping in the hat, girl. It might have been late, but it was your party. You could have at least said goodbye or something instead of making Ausse do it for you. Why did you do that?
Okay, let's make one thing clear. What would you say if the girl had horns, like a bull?
Of course he chimes in. Getting poked could definitely be an issue for sure, but it would be worth it for a girl who's always...
Oh, come on.
Get buy into that one. What in the name of goodness are you guys talking about? Stop ignoring me.
We're still going on with the Ideal Girl challenge we started the other day. Today's the Monster Girls edition. Want to join in?
No. I'm trying to talk about something important here, and you guys are ignoring me and discussing nonsense. It's not nonsense, Ziva. Monster girls need love too, and I'm not about to be the one to deny it to them. Of course not. Just what I needed. You're siding with him, Ausse. Aren't you angry that he just up and left after using your house for his party?
That is true. He did use his house. Oh, listen here, Alamia. You know the ones that are half girl, half snake. What do you say about them?
It's the same as with mermaids, so I don't even care which half we're talking about. The Lamia would be the same, but without the water issue. Hello? He thanked me, Ziva. What else do I need?
Women, apparently.
You could at least pretend that you care about what I say. An apology, an explanation, an excuse, give me something. After all the effort we'd put in, you left without a word and act as if that's normal. You're talking about girls that don't even exist.
A harpy, but keep in mind that just like full birds, she'd have a really short memory.
I was talking to you, Andy. Look at my face when I'm speaking to you.
Agitated, Ziva hits my desk and gets up in my face so closely that she's all I can see. Tired of her complaints, I breathe in deeply and wait for her to go away.
Sorry, I wasn't pretending to sound angry.
I'll tell you the truth if that's what you want. I left. The end. It's as simple as that. It wasn't anyone else's fault. It was late and I felt like going home. Now can we get back to the harpies? It was quite an important question.
And my answer is of course. She could take me and fly around, and with her short memory, everything would feel as if it were the first time. That's an advantage in a certain way, if you know what I mean. I seriously don't understand you guys. Don't think for a second that I'm going to give up just like that. On the contrary, you've given me another reason to worry about you as my patient.
Oh no, psychology again. Are we going back to the patient thing? I thought we were finally done with that. You read my notebook the other day. I don't get why you keep going.
That's what you get for ignoring me.
Next, Ausse, what about a centaur? What do you say? She's more horse than woman.
All these questions. Come on, Campanera. The writing jokes is too easy even for me. You only had a couple of chapters of a story about a wolf in there. It was a disappointment.
So you finally admit that you read it even though you denied it earlier?
Of course. Yeah, well, I read a bit. So what? It was an awful story and I hated it.
Gee, thanks. That's your friend right there that you're psychoanalyzing and putting down.
Hey Ziva, I haven't read it, but could you try to make your critique a little more constructive? If he was embarrassed to show us, it was for a reason. Like, it was horrible.
Don't worry, Ausse, it's fine. I understand that not everyone will like that kind of story. In my defense, though, it isn't even finished yet. But what would you say about a slime? A girl with most of her body composed of a jelly-like substance? I don't know if you've heard of them before.
So, she's delicious in every sense of the word. Seriously, CR, you have to make this harder. In fact, Jello is one of my favorite desserts, especially if I'm having a bad day. I know a pretty good place to buy jelly desserts in town, too. What do you say, Ziva? Would you like to come with me? I'll let you vent your sorrows to me, since you seem to be a bit angry about this. I'm sorry, Ausse, but today is impossible. Thanks for the offer.
Come on, Ziva, you're better than that. First you complain about how plain my goodbyes are, and then you turn down Ausse without even coming up with a good enough excuse.
I can't, okay? I'm already meeting someone.
A boyfriend or a friend? That's all I want to know.
You don't care anyways. You don't care about anything at all, right? You guys can keep it up with your girl thing. I'm going to go get ready for the next class.
How many classes do they have at this school? I'm sorry, it shows them the same generic classroom every time they go to school. Go ahead.
Ziva's acting pretty weirdly, isn't she? She's in quite a rush. Which means she either likes him or she actually has someone she likes.
Well, she says she's meeting someone, so it could be a boy or a girl. Yeah, a friend who's a girl.
Could be gossiping.
Her parents, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen her like this before. She's usually cheerful and never gets angry with you. Maybe she knows that the other two, confess.
Maybe. That would be an issue if she did, though. Because what if Ziva likes him, and then that'd be a real issue.
Right in the background.
Ausse's right. Ziva's acting differently today, and watching how she leaves, I can't help but wonder the same thing as my classmate. Who's she going to meet up with? For some reason, it's weird for me to think about her as someone who goes out with others, even though I know how popular she is with everyone. She's popular?
I know. I was thinking she's popular. How can she be? She psychoanalyzes everyone.
I know. And she hangs out with these two.
Yeah.
No offense. And people fall in love with her wherever she goes. She's probably asked out almost every day. Then why haven't I ever thought about her in that way before? Maybe it's a good thing, CR, you haven't thought about her in that way before.
I know.
She'd be psychoanalyzing you every 2 minutes. I have an idea that can clear up our doubts. Fawn girl. She has goat legs and plays the flute. I'm sure you won't accept that.
One question. Does she have a goatee?
What? No, well, I don't really know. Does it matter?
Indefinitely. It's important. If she has a goatee, then yes. Yes what? What?
Yes to dating her, I guess? I don't know. If she doesn't?
She's not hairy enough. Still yes.
Why'd you even ask anyways? Oh, that's me, right?
Yep.
Listen, CR, what do you say we go out for a while? We're always locked up in here. It'd be nice for a change. Luce drops that idea on me as she crumbles up a piece of paper and throws it on top of a pile of scraps in the garbage. I know that I'm usually the one proposing breaks every day, but some fresh air could help for once. It'll inspire us, give us new ideas, and those kinds of things. She lists her reasons, speaking louder and louder, as if being as loud as possible will guarantee success. Then it's decided. Get ready, because we're going out. Everybody didn't sound too enthusiastic for her. It did have an exclamation point,
She
though.
probably is really enthusiastic.
I haven't said anything yet.
She's going to decide for you. It doesn't matter.
I don't know where we're going, but Luce is so happy today that I don't dare ask.
And then Ziva's going to walk in the opposite direction to see them.
I know, right? What if Luce was the one that Ziva was meeting up with? That'd be terrible. After how Ziva was acting this morning, I thought it'd be pretty much the same with the other girls, especially after what happened between Luce and I in the pool. That couldn't be farther from reality. It hasn't even been brought up. It's as if it never actually happened. Maybe Ziva was overreacting earlier. I'm not that interested, and I won't get anything from knowing anyways, so I choose to remain silent. Careful there! Get down! Luce grabs me by the neck and forces me behind a parked car, and I'm hesitant to try to figure out what's going on, but I stay silent and Luce points to the sidewalk on the other side of the road. Is it that crazy guy again, the driver? The one that's driving on sidewalks?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
No,
it's Ziva and Deniz. Fairly close to us, I can see Ziva and Deniz casually talking with the naturality you'd expect from two good friends, or to be more precise, a couple of lovers.
Oh my gosh, they'd kind of be perfect together because they're extreme opposites, so they balance each other.
I guess they would. Would she be psychoanalyzing him, though?
Probably, but he probably wouldn't care.
I guess.
Okay.
I already knew about their friendship from before the committee's meetings, but seeing them together right now leaves me speechless and paralyzed. I can't at all react to what's going on in front of my eyes. Neither can we. No way! Those two are together? Do you think they're on a date? Ziva never told me about this. What's wrong? Why aren't you saying anything? Don't tell me you're jealous. Why would I be? Don't make things up. I'm just shocked, aren't you? Not really. I'm more surprised about the fact that this didn't happen sooner. A while ago, when Ziva still went to my school, the two of them would always be together, and from what I've heard, they were good friends even before I transferred in.
Ah, okay.
The weird part is that they weren't dating, and it didn't really look like they were up to it either. Really odd if you ask me, considering all the years that they've spent together. When I first met you, and after watching how well you get along with Ziva, I started to think that she was in love with you. That would have explained it. Ziva? In love with me? Are you kidding? Look, Ciar, Ziva's so beautiful, what I don't get is how you don't love her. How can you explain that someone of her attractiveness talks to you and puts up with all of your jokes? Don't you think she has too much patience with you?
No, she psychoanalyzes them constantly.
Pretty much. You also put up with me too, so I could ask you the same thing. But I know how to keep you in check, you idiot. Instead, Ziva just goes along with it, something that she doesn't do with anyone but you. I've seen you call her every name in the book, and even after all of that, she stays by your side and smiles. Don't tell me that you haven't noticed. I tried to refute her claim, but instead gulped loudly, unable to answer. What would you know about a woman's heart anyways? I doubt you even know how a relationship works. That's not true. I had a relationship. Once. Fictional characters don't count. I'm serious. We didn't get too far, but it did happen, I guess. You know that anime figures don't count as real living humans, right? Don't look at me like that. I swear it's true. It's not like I can really talk about them when I've only had one at this age, and you and everyone else has already been in a few, but not so fast. Who said I've ever had anything with anyone? Are you serious? None? Yes, is that a problem? No, not at all. It's just that you seemed so certain earlier that it caught me off guard. You okay?